Clothes. The King's clothes are just a small part of the many experiences that visitors will get when they tour this mansion.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Joining us now is Jack Soden, CEO of Elvis Presley Enterprises. Jack, first of all, I want to thank you for having given me Memphis on such a beautiful day in Memphis, Tennessee, on Elvis's front yard.
Another perfect Memphis summer day.
You know, the 30th anniversary of Elvis's passing, the 25th anniversary of the opening of Elvis Presley's Graceland to over 15 million visitors and counting from all over the world over the last 25 years.
Exactly. I think it amazes all of us.
You know, Jack, Elvis and Graceland have made Memphis a worldwide tourism destination.
You know, I think we say sometimes when we talk about what Elvis contributed to the world and to culture and music, and certainly what he contributed in his lifetime to Memphis, but I think we take a lot of pride in the fact that in the 30 years since Elvis's death, he has continued to create, you know, as you say, he's brought over 15 million visitors from all over the world. Hundreds of people work at Graceland, and over the years, thousands have come and worked as tour guides and presenters of the legacy, and yeah, it's a source of pride for us that Elvis continues to be such a part of the Memphis culture and economy.
When you see the visitors, over 600,000+ people a year that come to Memphis, that make this pilgrimage, that come to these gates and tour the mansion and do all the other great, exciting things that you can see and experience here. And over half of them, demographically, weren't even around when Elvis was making hits.
Exactly. No, it is, once again, and that was a question in the 80s, would Elvis's fan base, would his appeal wane as his original fan base grew older and started to pass from the scene? And frankly, it's been just the opposite. Elvis just continues to grab new young eyes and ears, and once again, I think the median age of visitors to Graceland has probably declined in the last 15 years.
Let's talk about the future. Over the last, I guess over a decade, you've been purchasing property, and very aggressively over the last couple of years. Now over 100 acres, I guess, under your control?
Yes. We have, right from the beginning, over the years, we wanted to, as much as possible, control and protect our environment, and always had the hope for greater improvement, greater expansion in mind. And so we have about 105 acres on both sides of the street, and over the next 3 years, in a two-phased master plan, intend to substantially grow, to replace all of the current visitor plaza, basically new everything, with, of course, the original emphasis is that this 13.5 acres, this original property that Elvis bought for his mother and father and himself to live, our attitude about the grounds of Graceland is just total preservation.
Sure.
But everything around it, the goal is expansion, and to build upon this amazing, you know, this legacy, tell the story better, present Elvis in new and exciting ways. So we have a really exciting future. A significant addition of hotels, conference, convention capability, new facilities for entertainment, food and beverage, retail, just in other words, to create a real city within a city, and the hope that, frankly, we will, over the next 3 to 5 years, at least double the 600,000 current, and be well over 1 million visitors a year.
Which clearly should and hopefully will spark some great other investments in the Elvis Presley Boulevard corridor.
Absolutely.
Between here and the airport and interstate.
At the heart of it, in addition to the desire to grow the Graceland experience, is to be a genuine catalyst for this entire part of town, to be, once again, the spark that creates a real explosion, hopefully, of economic growth.
You know, Jack, obviously the second most popular home in America to the White House, and some people would argue that this is the most popular home in America. But, you know, having said that, over your 25+ years with this organization, What have you been most surprised about? I mean, if you look back 25 years ago, what still blows you away, or what are you most surprised at 2.5 decades and 30 years after the death of the King of Rock and Roll?
You know, I suppose, I think my answer is the same now that it would have been in the first few years Graceland was open, in 82, 85, 86. And that is the amazing sincerity of the Elvis fans, of our visitors. Elvis, in his lifetime, and to this day, he connects with people on a very personal, emotional level. And I mean, even today, with Elvis gone 30 years, every single day walking through that door are people who are having a genuinely, a real connectivity. They're having an emotional experience. They feel very connected to Elvis, to his voice, to his story, to his charisma. And I think that remains so strong, so powerful, is probably one of the things that never ceases to amaze me.
You obviously travel all over the world, and in your business, you look at what other communities are doing to make themselves positioned to maximize on the visitor opportunities that of the traveling public around the globe. Is there a city, in your estimation, that has more from a music cultural base than Memphis?
Oh, not even close. Memphis is a world unto its own when it comes to the music culture, the music history. It is no, and I think that's why, well, as you know, most of all, that visitors come to our city and then they have a tendency to keep coming back.
Sure.
Because they not only find so much, once again, so much fun, so much music, so much great food, so many, I think, wonderful things to see and do, but there's more to do in this city than a visitor can probably ever accomplish in one visit. So they keep coming back and back, and we just love that.
Well, I can tell you that we're very excited about the future, and I'm not sure where we would be as a hospitality and tourism industry without the legacy of the King of Rock and Roll, and of course the unbelievable experience that 30 years after his passing, people still come from all over the world to, as you say, to connect on an emotional level of not only a piece of history, but on a piece of Americana that literally changed the world culturally.
Absolutely.
And we're excited about the developments over the next few years. And on behalf of Give Me Memphis, I want to thank you in opening Elvis's home to us today, and in ordering this beautiful weather here on what typically would be a hot day. Does it ever get hot in this front lawn?
No, it's perfect up here 365 days a year.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Thanks for joining us today on Give Me Memphis. We hope you enjoyed your experience as we talked to some of the people who were closer to the King of Rock and Roll than anyone. We also hope that you have a chance to visit not only Graceland and the other great amenities that Elvis Presley Enterprises offers, but the wonderful other amenities that you can find in Memphis, Tennessee, the home of the blues and the birthplace of rock and roll. For Give Me Memphis, I'm Kevin Kane. We'll see you next time.
Long distance information, give me Memphis, Tennessee. Help me find the party, try to get in touch with me. She could not